The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
You know, it's still hard to believe that the Holocaust was only 75 years ago. But it was. Some of us were alive when the Holocaust was happening. And now, as a nation rebuilt from the Holocaust, we sometimes forget what it took to get us there. What it took to get us to this point is the fact that we had great men and great women, great people who understood how to rebuild. One of those people was a rabbi named Rabbi Halberstam, who became the bub of a Rebbe. Let me tell you this little story. Rabbi Halberstam would send his students to Ellis Island and find a person who would get off the boat and see someone who was hungry and starving and tell that person, "You have a place to go. Do you know anyone?" He would say, "No." He would say, "Come to the Rebbe's house." He'd come to this Rabbi Halberstam, who had no Hasidim then, because Hasidim were almost essentially wiped out during the war. No one was more devastated than the Hasidim. Stay in the Baba Rebbe's basement, and the Rebbe would have dozens of people staying in his basement. This story happens at one point. There was a large group of Jews stuck in Europe. This group had no food, had no money, had no clothes. They were so down and depressed, they were contemplating suicide and giving up. The Rebbe said, "We need to do something." The problem is, in order to bring them over, you need someone in America who could vouch for them. And not everyone could vouch for them. You need to have certain resources, give them a job, give them a place to stay. So most Jews couldn't vouch for them. So the Rebbe said, "We don't have anyone to vouch for them. What do we do?" Someone suggested, go to the Congressman Saul Bloom. Saul Bloom is a Jew. Go to him, and maybe he can take care of it. They go to Saul Bloom. We have these Jews. They need to come over. They're desperate. We have no one to vouch for them, no one to sign for them. Can you allow them to somehow make an exception, allow them to come over? Mr. Bloom said, "I feel very bad. I really care. They're Jewish brothers and sisters. I really do care." He said, "But the truth is, the law is the law. And the law is you need someone to vouch for them, or else they become a challenge for society. I'm sorry. We have to keep the law." They sent more people back. "But come on, you have these people, they're going to die." "That's the law. I'm sorry. If you can find someone to vouch for them, no problem. But you have no one to vouch for them, I can't. That's the law." Finally, they spoke to this man enough that he agreed to have a 5-minute meeting with the Baba Rebbe. 5 minutes and only 5 minutes. The Baba Rebbe comes to Washington, D.C. the day before. No place to stay. He wasn't a famous Baba Rebbe at that time. He slept in a local shul. Woke up the next morning and now makes his way to his 5-minute meeting. What am I going to say, he says, in 5 minutes? I can't shake his hand and say, "Hi, my name is Rabbi Halberstam, I'm the Baba Rebbe," and I'll lose him. So here's what he did. He walked into Saul Bloom's office, sat down, no greeting, no nothing. He said, "Hi, I break the law. I am a lawbreaker." He says, "You know why? Because where I come from, Jews were put on cattle cars. Jews were sent to gas chambers. Those are the laws, and I break the law." He says, "Where I come from, Jews were not allowed to steal, even if it meant saving their life. I broke that law too. Jews were not allowed to eat. I broke that law too." He says, "There are laws, but I break the laws. That's who I am. I am a person who breaks the laws because of other people's lives." And the Rebbe starts hysterical crying. And Mr. Bloom, after 4.5 minutes, looks at the Rebbe and says, "I'm ready to break the law too." Love happens when you're ready to break the law. And they saved many Jews that way. Love happens when you're ready to break the law. You know what breaking the law means? That means when your husband does the wrong thing and doesn't deserve your smile, you break the law and give him the smile anyhow. When your sister didn't call you, didn't invite you, didn't say the right thing, you break the law and show them love anyhow. It means when your child is disrespectful and they should be yelled at, you say to yourself, "I am not getting disrespected. I'm not going to allow myself to feel that way. I am going to break the law and love her anyhow." That's how you make love happen. That's how you show love. You want how you show love and show how much you care and show how much you like someone else? The answer is you break the law. You don't go by the rules. This is what they did. This is what they said. So I have to be upset now. I have to be insulted now. No, you don't. You have to show them how much you care about them now.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org